Hi, everyone. It's me, Dr. Goins, here with Move That Mindset Mountain Monday. So, this is the last one I'm going to do in January for my 30-day video content challenge. And today's mindset is this: I can still thrive in a life as a teacher. This is very personal for me because I have chosen to be a teacher since I was 5. I remember watching the Disney Teaching Awards and just remembering how much I was like, this is it. This is what I was meant to do. And I I had two things I was good at. It was either I was good at this calling I saw on the screen or really good at vacuuming. So I went up and was so excited, told my dad, I was like, Dad, it's either I'm going to be a teacher or I'm going to be a maid. And we were tasked as a child to do chores since I was like 4 or 5. We had one small chore to do every week, but we cleaned on the weekends. And so I did that all the way to high school. Being a cleaner or a maid was not my calling. And the teacher drive only got more intense as I, grew older, and I wanted it so bad. So I knew I wanted to be a teacher, but our society doesn't always value teachers as much as I would like it to. And so, with that in mind, I had a hard time realizing my self worth and value because I associated with the profession of being a teacher, and not every person values the profession of a teacher being something of value. And so, we're going to go ahead and put our self-care habits up in terms of self as our strategy. So we're going to say the pain out loud and not suppress it. We're going to embrace empathy for others. We're going to listen to ourselves and learn how to socialize. And we're going to free ourselves to have fun in the process. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and start with S. So I'll say it out loud. I have not always been appreciated as a teacher. Sometimes when I bring up being a teacher in some spaces, people value me as a servant leader, but majority of the times they say things that are kind of degrading and downgrading, like, oh, I'm sorry, like, oh, poor you. So I'm like a victim. I'm seen as a victim. And if I seem like a victim just because I chose this profession, I don't get paid enough, then I'm going to victimize myself and not allow myself to be a victor. Well, I'm done with that. I can still thrive in a life as a teacher. I have enjoyed being a teacher with this new mindset of putting relationships first. I've actually gotten to be a better teacher the more that I, have relationships with my colleagues. The more my marriage is strong, the more I can show up, as my full self when I'm in the classroom. When I have kids, I have more empathy than anybody in the room because I understand what they're going through at a young age because I got 5 of them. And then having my family and my husband and even my ministry only pushes me to be a better woman and only pushes me to set stronger boundaries with my family. And I'm inspired by these relationships to be, more for my students and kids. And so I'm thriving as an educator. In fact, I came back from a ministry meeting and I had some Chipotle and I'm drinking my little poppy soda right here and doing this video because I can treat myself and take care of myself. Now I empathize because I've been that teacher who has been in the spaces where you are taking care of classrooms where they don't always treat you well, where you have parents that don't appreciate you, where you're in more spaces that make you feel bad about being a teacher or silence you because they do not see your value. And then 2, there's so much educational reform and they're having a hard time keeping teachers, and teachers are having a hard time keeping a mental health and they're burning out. So I have empathy for all of that. But this is the thing. I also am going to listen to myself because I was once that teacher, but I am no longer that teacher. So there is there is a rainbow after the fog, there's some light at the end of the tunnel. If you're willing to kind of stay the course, be persistent, and kind of learn your own way. Again, this is about navigating who you are as a professional teacher, and knowing who you are, having a good relationship with yourself is going to propel you for the right mindsets that need to move. And the thing is that you need to move is say, no, I'm not someone you need to feel sorry for. I am a teacher, and that is something of value. I have worth. And, I'm staying the course. I am persistent. I'm resilient. And this is who I am. Socialize. You're going to say that to yourself. You're going to listen to yourself, how you're feeling. You're going to validate your own feelings. You're going to be on this journey because you're not going to isolate yourself. You're not going to harbor those feelings because that's not someone who thrives. That's someone who kind of dies. And so you're going to learn to socialize, have fun in the process, forgive yourself when you have mistakes. You're going to give yourself grace and mercy. I give myself grace and mercy. Like today was a snow day, okay? It wasn't a snow day. I take that back. Today was the first day back after a short week with the holiday, and we only had one day of school, and then we had snow days. And the week before, we had a lot of delays because of snow. And so we've never had since Christmas, like a regular week at school. So the kids' regulation skills are non existent. And so some kids, I had to remind them today that they were at school. Happens in a micro school, just like in a regular school. So today was a harder day of teaching, but this is what I know. We still thrived. Did I get academics done today? Yes. Did I have to talk to them? Why? Because we have that type of relationship and I love them. And so I'm going to have fun with the process. I use analogies like, who are you? Like, come on, what planet are we on? We know how we can be respectful. Like, is that going to breed us in a good? They wanted to play a poo-poo tag game. And I said, in what planet does it feel good to be tagged by poo-poo? So I had like honest conversations like that, but it was fun to like bring that to the space in the community at recess time and like literally, let's think about this, guys, and have fun with it. So you're not going to have perfect days ever. So give that up. But you can have fun days because it's a process. Nobody's calling you to be perfect. It's a process. The learning is a process. Building community is a process. Having relationships is a process. And also knowing yourself and loving yourself and not listening to what other people say you are, because you are going to move that mindset on how you think. Again, your new mindset is, I can still thrive. It doesn't matter, what comes your way, what obstacles, what hardships, what new policies, what new procedures, what comes your way, you can still thrive in the classroom as a teacher. And you need to believe in that because we're needed. Society needs us. Learning is a superpower. Teaching equips those to learn. And so it's just something that you need to value in yourself so that you can thrive for others. All right. Have a great day.